What's up guys? In today's video we will be adding amenities to our units, so let's get started. So first, navigate to the edit properties screen within your code and make sure your server is running. And then next, go into the application and then go to view my properties and pick out a property. And what we want to do is whenever we hit the unit amenities touchable opacity, we want to see something like what we get whenever we hit unit photos, except that it will just be a bunch of checkboxes for unit amenities. So in our code, we're going to do some refactoring. So instead of this just being for unit photos, we'll have it be for photos, amenities, and the description. We'll start off by creating 3 strings for those options. So let's change this state to say show alternate screen. And this will say set show alternate screen. And we'll initialize this as an empty string. And instead of this being unit images, we need to call this alternate screen. So handle show alternate screen and handle hide alternate screen. And then set show unit photos will now be set show alternate screen. And this will no longer be true, so we need to pass in an argument which will be called name, and that's going to be one of these 3 values in practice, so we'll just pass that in there. And then here we will just set this to an empty string, and I spelled screen wrong here, so I'm going to correct that. Now let's go into our component and make some changes there. So show unit photos needs to be show alternate screen. Show unit photos here will be alternate screen. And then same thing here, handle hide alternate screen. Now let's go down to the touchable opacities and make our changes there. So this will no longer say handle show unit images. It will be handle show alternate screen, passing in the index and photo string. And for the second option, we'll do the same thing, except that we will pass in the amenity string instead of the photo string. Now let's go back up to our condition where we were saying show alternate screen. And this will say is equal to photo string. And we'll do something similar when the show alternate screen state is equal to the amenities string. So here change photos to amenities and just return a fragment for now, just to make sure that this is working. Okay, that's what we want. So now we are going to create a new component for the unit amenities. So go into your components and create a new one called unit amenities. So let's export our variable here and let's import modal header. Now we'll just return a modal header for now. And let's import view. And while we're at it, let's just make our styles. Now go back to edit property screen and let's add the unit amenities component where we are rendering this fragment. And now let's go to the unit photos picker. The unit amenities are going to have very similar props to this, so I'm just going to copy them here and put them in the unit amenities component. The only thing that will differ is instead of images, we are going to say amenities. And we can go back to the unit photos picker and we can copy this on press logic and paste it into our modal header here. And now let's go back to the edit property screen and fill out those props. So the cancel prop will be the same. let's copy these and we'll just change them for amenities. So this is not going to be images, it's going to be amenities. Same thing here. And this won't say images, it'll say amenities. And same thing here. Now go into the unit amenities component and let's create a text component. It'll say features and we'll give that text these styles. And we need to import text. So what we want to do now is map through a list of amenities, and if the user's unit has one of those amenities, they will be able to click a checkbox to signify that their unit has that. So first we need to create the list of amenities. So go into your constants folder and create a new file called unit amenities. And we'll be exporting 4 separate arrays, one for unit amenities, one for kitchen amenities, another for outdoor amenities, and the last will be living space amenities. And if you don't want to hand type this, just go to the GitHub link in the description and copy it from there. Now let's go back to the unit amenities component and let's import checkbox from UIKitten. And outside of this component, let's create a new component. We'll call this component amenity checkbox, and it will take in the props of name, on press, and checked. And within the component, we'll return a checkbox component from UIKitten, and we will pass in the props into that component. So now let's just create the style for this checkbox, and that style will just be a margin vertical of 10. Now let's create a function to add an amenity to this amenities array. We'll call that handle add amenity, and it will expect a string as an argument, and then we'll make a deep copy of the current amenities, push that new string, and then we'll set the amenities to that new array. For deleting an amenity, we will filter the amenities array so that it doesn't contain the passed in string, and then we'll set the amenities to that new array. Now let's go and import those arrays. So unit amenities, kitchen amenities, living space, and outdoor amenities. And then we'll make a map for the amenities, and this will be to see whether or not this string already contains the amenities from within these arrays. So to initialize it, we will go through all of the unit amenities, and each key within the map will be set to the name of a unit amenity, and then the value for that will just be false. And we'll do that for kitchen, living space, and outdoor amenities. And within the passed in amenities, we'll loop through all of those, and for each of those we will set the name within the map to have a value of true. And in handle add amenity, we will just set the passed in name to true within our map. And then likewise for handle delete, we will just set it to false. Now underneath our features here, we can map through the unit amenities. And here we can test this out. So these checkboxes are a little slow. So let's memoize the component, and then that will actually help with performance. So here I'm just going to call this amenities, and let's not export it. And down here we can just say export const unit amenities, and that will be equal to memo of amenities. And we are going to need to import this from React. So now that gives us slightly better performance, and we can add in the rest of the amenities. So now let's add the kitchen ones in. Let's do the same for living space, and let's do the same for outdoors. So now we can see all of these different options, and let's just pick the first from each and then submit and make sure that it's working there. So let's go to the console and we'll go back and press submit. And here we should see 4 different amenities. So let's go and delete one of those. We'll delete air conditioning, go back, and then press submit. And now we can see that it's no longer there. So let's go and add another unit. And whenever we go to unit amenities, we will see that we are halfway down the screen. So we don't want that. We would like to show the top of the unit amenities scroll view whenever we are in this section or on this part of the screen. Let's go and add a ref within our edit property screen. So import use ref here, and I'm going to close this. Create a new ref for the scroll view or a keyboard aware scroll view and initialize it to null. Then go to the keyboard aware scroll view and assign that ref. And now in handle show alternate screen, if the ref is present, then we will scroll to the position of 0, 0. So here we can test that out. Let's add 2 new units. And here we can see that we're back at the top, which is what we want. And let's just add some amenities to both of these. So we'll give this one AC and fireplace, and then we'll give the first one some cable. And let's go and submit this and see what we get for the JSON on the other side. So here the first one has cable, the second one has fireplace and AC, and then this third one has nothing. So that is the behavior that we are expecting. So this is done. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. In the next video, we'll be going over the unit description. So stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching.